Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I was looking at first chapter Lorcana and there was something in the charts that prompted me to make this video just to show you guys what I've seen and what could possibly be coming next for that particular product. So I will go over Floodborn as well, which is the second set, just so we can compare the charts and just show you what I see and explain to you why I would put money into a product and why I wouldn't. If this is your first time here, my name's Charlie. I'm the owner of a seven-figure online trading card business in Australia. I've invested in card games for a few years now, and I made this channel just to show you guys how I like to look at stuff. And I do share opportunities that come up, particularly in Australia, and I do tell my community when I buy things and when I sell things. So if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to join the community on Facebook with the links below in the description. So we'll get on with the video now. So yeah, first chapter Lorcana. Australia got this very late into when Lorcana released, so we didn't get first chapter here until around July this year. So that presented an opportunity in Australia, which I did share with my community, but we'll head back from the start of when it was come out in more of a worldwide release. So we seen at the start, it did start high. There was a lot of FOMO into the product. Everyone's seen Disney, huge IP. They're making a card game. Got everyone very excited, and a lot of people bought into the product up here. But then we did hear, a lot of rumors about reprints. So if you start here, yeah, great. If you did get involved in the product or did purchase a product down here, you've done very well. But we did see the FOMO stage when first chapter come out, which was this part here. And again, this is a time that we want to focus on not to be buying. So if we did buy here, great. You can take advantage of this here. So if you didn't buy, I would not be buying into this FOMO here. This is a selling time, not a buying time, and explain to you more so in the video why. But yeah, look, if we didn't buy in this little opportunity here, I would not even consider, buying on this way up because you just don't know, how high we want to go because inevitably, the most probable outcome next is going to be this. We're going to get the peak and we're going to drop. So this was on the back of Ravensburg announcing that they're going to reprint products basically to demand. And that's where it's going to present an opportunity. So again, still at this point here in Australia, we did not have Lorcana product available locally. So, if you're in other parts of the world where you did, this is an awesome buying opportunity here. I'm going to continue to get that opportunity as we see this downtrend continue. So, what I want to focus on now is this opportunity after that announcement and after that, initial panic selling. So we can see here, I'm going to try and draw as straight lines as I can, but just want to get you an idea of what I'm looking at. It doesn't have to line up here. I'm just showing you the general direction and what I see on the chart. So here we have a downtrend, very obvious by looking at, okay, we got here a higher low, higher low, into a lower low here. So very obvious downtrend here. And again, we're looking at a 1 year of data here. So this is a very zoomed out picture of what's going on with the product. We can still see year over year we're down 10% because we've taken the price from here and where we're at today. Not really important on this particular chart. I really want to focus on this area here and what's going on. And we can see that, okay, we've got a horizontal, okay, that's not quite that good. We've got a horizontal line going here. And what I want to focus on is that we've actually broken through here. So that's what I want to see for the trend changing. And that's what's going to get me excited that, okay, that if I bought, product on the way down here, now I'm going to start getting ready to go into sell mode. Okay. Because again, what I try to explain or what I try and teach people or explain, to people what I do when I like to buy into these products is, I buy, one in the panic, two on the way down, and then I take advantage of this, which is what could be repeating here. And, please keep in mind that things don't always go up into the right. Things can go down. And in trading cards, when we talk about things going down, that's usually due to either, a card game not doing too well and demand going away, or, reprinting of product, which will put downwards pressure as we've seen here. So if we do get a reprint, I expect this to reverse again and we're going to continue this down. And then, on a macro way of looking at it, we can see, okay, we peaked here. Then we can see this is our lower low, our lower high, and then continue down in a lower low if we do get a reprint. But I do think that they're finished reprinting this product on a big sort of scale. So I don't think that's going to happen. And again, I'm open to both probabilities, but I'm going to go with what's most probable. So what's the high percentage of what's going to occur next? And that's what I think is price discovery. So the first sign of positive is this here breaking of this level here. So that's my first indication of okay, the trend is reversing, and I'm going to start getting into preparing to sell. So what can happen next if this continues is okay, we're going to go up, and then we're going to exceed this level here, which means price discovery. So that's what I think is most probable next. And again, if I bought all the way down here, and especially we got the opportunity in Australia around August or July when we got product, for Australians. And as I told everyone in my community that I was buying, around this time in Australia because we were getting product around that 180 AUD to 200 AUD for pre-orders when stores first got their product. I ordered a fair few cases. So yeah, that's the opportunity that, I pointed out back here. And now, we're being patient, we've got the product. Now we see the tides are turning and we can start taking advantage of what's to come. So I will put it up on the screen. We are seeing, local sales in Australia of 300 plus per box. We are seeing sealed cases hold a premium. There will be a sale that I put up on the screen that was around $1,600 AUD locally. In America, we see higher prices, but I'm going to focus on, what opportunities in the local market because a lot of people do not take advantage of, international markets because they just don't have whether the know-how or the access or the reputation to be able to sell overseas. So let's focus on the local market for now. But yeah, we can see a more zoomed in picture here. So now you can see more zoomed in what I'm talking about. So this is a 6 month chart. We can see that we're up 11% over the 6 month time frame, which is, this price here. Now we're up here in America. So okay, that's okay, uptrend. We've seen a positive um, price rise here. But again, this is that thing zoomed in where we see the downtrend. We see our horizontal trading range here and we see a break above that. So that's our first sign of the trend reversing. So first sign that I want to see before I get into, selling mode rather than buying mode. The trend flipped. You're not going to see, these prices again, in the near future. So again, buying's done. That phase here is now completed. We've bought as much as we could at the time. And again, like I'm looking at first chapter because one, it does hold historical significance being, the first set of, Disney Lorcana. It does have a lot of value and I'm going to quickly show you now. So we see the cards in the actual set are valuable. The Elsa's still holding great value. A lot of the enchanted cards in the set are holding great value. So that even gives me more confidence to, one, hold it long term, and two, know that, the compounding of all this value in the product over time is going to result in higher prices. So, I like to look at that there. Another thing that you can look at, and again, I point this out because this is all something we can do at home to give us, more confidence or confluence in, what price action is going to occur next. So again, yeah, be mindful of that and be mindful of, okay, we still need to manage our risk. We still need to figure out, okay, what's the chances of one end of the game going in the direction of having less demand because people just aren't interested anymore, or the company's still not done printing the product, which can have a negative effect on price. So yeah, this gives us a more zoomed in picture, as I said, of what's going on in the shorter sort of time frame. We see that break above this level here, which is what we want to see. And then we can see when we zoom into the 1 month that we're up actually 13% on the month alone. And this is actually painting a picture of an uptrend. The the lower low into a higher high, into a higher low, into a higher high, into a higher low, and now we're into a higher high again. So that tells me that in the month we're up. Very clear here. This is the volume. We see how many sales are, per day here. So again, nice volume. There is sales happening almost every day here. So exactly what you want to see. There's still, action in the market. And another thing to point out on TCG, when you are looking at the 1 year, we can see very high volume of sales here. Like this is a lot of volume here, like 1,200 boxes is a lot. And then we see that volume coming down here, which means, okay, the product is drying up. There is still demand. It's going to drive the prices higher because there's less available, but people still want it. And that's when you get, this next phase that can happen now, which is what I anticipate happening. And again, nothing is guaranteed. We got to think about both sides of the coin. We want to do manage risk is number one. And I do manage risk by accumulating, X amount here. Let's just say we got 5 cases for argument's sake. There's 4 in a case. That gives us 20 boxes. So when this up phase happens, we've got an opportunity to sell for more here. If this goes to the next leg up and we hit this peak here, another opportunity to sell another case. And, that profit we make takes risk off the table because that gives us what we're actually holding now. It owes us less money, or we can get to a point where if we sell 3 cases, let's say, up around when we get to here, that's our third sale here, then we've actually paid for the 2 cases we're now holding. And now we're holding the product risk-free, which is the perfect scenario that you want to get in. Let's quickly go over Floodborn. Now, totally different scenario for Floodborn. I personally did not invest in this set. So when I say invest, it means holding product for a longer period over time. We're not going to confuse that with, flipping or short-term selling. That's a different thing altogether. And there is still opportunity with this product there. But again, we've seen the initial hype of Floodborn. Everyone thought that, Lorcana was going to be this huge thing, and people started buying Floodborn at silly prices. They're unrealistic. We had this huge sell-off when, reprints were announced, or, people are aware that, okay, Ravensburg's going to keep, printing this product. So you had this big sell-off. But again, opportunity. So if you believe this product was going to continue to be around for years to come, well, this is a perfect buying opportunity. And this is why it's important to look at the 1 year. Let's zoom into the 6 month, and let's zoom in again to either the 3 month or the 1 month chart, which is what we got to work with TCG Player in this particular case or scenario. But yeah, look, year over year down a lot. We don't want to buy up here. We're smart in cardonomics. We don't want to, buy in the FOMO. We want to be patient and wait till we have the panic selling. So when everyone's fearful is when we want to buy. And yeah, this has gone up slowly over time. So the recovery has been slow, but this is a more realistic price point of where it probably should have been. And when we zoom in again, we see the uptrend is a lot more noticeable when we look at the 6 month. So we got again higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and it just continues in that trend. So we're still in an uptrend here. And we can see that in the 6 months, we're up 18% from the lows. So again, don't focus on what the cost of the product is. Let's focus on what is our entry and how much can that product appreciate. Because at the end of the day, we're focusing on this number here. Because you can buy something for $1,000 and it can go up to 1,200. Okay, well, you made 20%. But you can also buy something at $100 and that goes up to 130. Okay, you've only made $30, but you've made 30%. So that's the number we want to focus on. So yeah, there's still an opportunity in Floodborn. Again, long term, I wouldn't invest in this product. Again, and the reasoning why is it doesn't have that first set significance. The set doesn't have as much value as first chapter. So we see, Cinderella's, decent value 265, Alice decent value 140, Snow White, 124, not bad. But then when we start going down, and then we start going down to sort of, look, it's still good value, but it's not first chapter value. It doesn't have, that first set significance. So for me to invest, I'm going to look at first chapter over Floodborn. And Floodborn does actually have a higher chance of being reprinted because the set is newer. There's all these things that we can sort of paint a picture and make decisions. So the first thing we want to look at is we want to lower our risk. The second thing is we want to actually tick boxes. Is this set actually an investment, or is it more of a short-term opportunity to, make a quick flip, let's say? So yeah, Floodborn is still an opportunity. We can see the month still up 10% on the month. So again, clear uptrend here. It is looking good. Again, we had way more time to buy here. If you didn't really buy Floodborn when everyone was, fire selling it, because that's exactly what happened. Even in Australia, it didn't sell as well as, first chapter when stores got it. Stores started to fire sale the boxes. I picked up a lot of this set cheap, but I did already sell it because I didn't see this as an investment opportunity. But I still made money on the product when people were fire selling it. So again, that's the opportunity I see with Floodborn. Uh, Again, I don't regret anything. I made money. I've locked in profits. I don't have to worry about what Floodborn does. First chapter, I'm going to be transparent with what I've done. I've sold a couple of cases worth of my holdings. I bought a fair few cases at the time when we got the product, and now I'm just lowering my risk. I do believe it's going to continue up. We'll look at that 1 year. I do believe that this is the most probable scenario that we're going to continue up. But I still like to take my risk off the table. I don't want to hold on to everything I've got in the hopes that I'm going to try and time a top. Because you can see how quick this goes down. Like I could wake up one day, the announcements happened and this is already happening. Like this happened so quick. People react on news. So it doesn't even have to hit the shelves yet. We're going to get the reaction of, people and markets instantly. So I want to take risk off the table while I still can. And, people like to buy things when they're going up. It feels better to buy, when things are positive and people are talking about it in a positive light. Because when this is happening, everyone's negative. Lorcana is going to die. It's the end of the world. But that's when I love to buy. So that's all I wanted to point out in this video. And again, if you want to be a part of the Cardonomics community, I will leave the link in description for the Facebook community. Everyone is welcome. Doesn't matter if you're not from Australia, there is still valuable information in there. I still like to see people from all over the world, come join. I love to see what's happening in that part of wherever they live. I do buy and sell worldwide, so for me, I'm always excited to see what's happening in different parts of the world. So everyone's welcome. Come down, check it out. I will be dropping a Discord soon, which is going to be more aimed at people that want to start a business, particularly in Australia. But a lot of the things I will point out, teach, or explain is applicable no matter where you live. And it will be a place where you can come and access, product at prices where you can make money. You can come and learn about, how to build a business as I have. So again, I'll be dropping more content that's more related to that. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in that type of content, and yeah, appreciate you joining in and watching this video, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you and goodbye for now.